seat. And let me know. Whoop.
Is this the one I use?
Yes, that's the mouse. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Greenwood District Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma, for a matchup between two old Central Conference rivals, Tulsa and Sioux Falls. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Colin Northrup, along with Rick Northrup, live from the SFL Convention.
Good afternoon.
The Sparrows, led by their quarterback Julian Tyree and Alex Parker, will take on the Defensive Rookie of the Year, Charles Ball, as well as new acquisition quarterback Michael Martin. Rick, what do you have for us on both teams?
Well, it's a reset for both teams, and we've got Tulsa with a new rookie, Giblito, at DN. And Sioux Falls, a consistent performer in the SFL, is looking to make a move into that championship game this year.
As the toss of the coin is played, it is won by the Desperados. They will take the ball first, and Sioux Falls will kick it off. We had the ball teed up and ready to go. Sioux Falls Sparrows kick it. We're underway.
Homage to the commish.
And the return is fielded up the middle by Charles Ball as he gets knocked down at about the 30. And here comes the offense led by the guy who was in London last season for the Knights, number 1, Michael Martin.
Be interesting to see what kind of game plan they uncork here as we kick off the 11th season live at the SFL Convention.
Here is Sons of Robinson, the tailback, and the first play of the game will be a handoff to Robinson up the middle, and he's tackled by Alex Parker after a pickup of 3 yards.
I go Leonard Skinner with nothing fancy to get this thing going. Shout out to U of M for the Bumblebee socks.
There's a look at Alex Parker. He, along with Nick Fargo and the rookie McGee, taking over for Levon Irvine, are the linebackers. We'll get to the rest of them in a moment. Here's Martin back to throw. He's looking for Robinson on the swing. He's got it, but he'll be stopped after only 1 yard. Tackle made out there by Sioux Falls.
Yeah, properly thrown swing pass will save everybody from my obnoxious comments about how most of the league doesn't know how to throw that.
And we have a 3rd down and 6. As Tulsa's in the shotgun, Martin back to throw, has pressure in his face, lets it go down the middle. Pass is caught for a first down by the Desperados.
There you go, catches him sleeping in a seam right there. Love that little dart.
First and 10 at the 43. Corey Jones, along with Andre Godspeed on the wide receivers, as Martin again will throw. This time he'll go out to Robinson, and Robinson rumbles all the way down to the 36-yard line. First on the first down play, a pickup of 7.
See what happens when you throw it earlier and you lead the back on the swing pass. Hello.
Chris Dodd is the free safety for Sioux Falls, along with A.J. Levy, who's in the house somewhere. And the single back is Robinson. Heavy set for Tulsa. Martin back to throw again. Swings this out to Robinson, who dropped the ball. He was so wide open, but yet he dropped the ball. Incomplete.
I think there's such a thing as being too wide open.
Shout out to Jason Williams, the rookie fullback for Alaska. He's on stats with us. As the Desperados are looking at a 3rd and 3, have a receiver to each side. Steven pushes the other one. Oh, offside free play. And Robinson is stopped in the backfield, so they'll likely take the 5 yards, which will be good enough for a first down.
Mental mistake. New set of downs.
So Frank Summers, the guilty party, as he jumps off sides. And Tulsa gets themselves a first down. There's a look at Martin. Spent some time with London in season 10. Went over to Tulsa during the offseason, replacing Sir Charles Robinson. 3 wide receivers, split backs. Here's to get to Robinson up the middle of the field. He's got a nice hole, and he charges ahead for an 8-yard gain, making it 2nd and 2 with just 8:07 and counting to go in this first quarter of play.
Nice combination so far of play calling is the swing pass down the middle and a little straight ahead football. Might have a little something in the Sparrows' head early.
We have a 2nd and 2. And Martin back to throw. This time he's going over the middle, but it's knocked away.
Oh,
and that's the rookie, Andrew Nyberg.
You're going to have a sophomore season. Catch that.
He was the 2nd round pick, 40th overall, taking over for Nick Pop on that side. In fact, he's wearing Pop's old number. He's matched up against McIntosh, the tight end, as they go 4 wide receivers on 3rd and 2. Let's see what they do here. Blitz shown from Sioux Falls. Counter play to Robinson. Robinson trying to make a juke, but he's brought down by Alex Parker and I believe Nick Fargo together, setting up a 4th and 2.
No sooner make a comment about the D line where they uncork really good quality nuts and bolts play there, and they blow up that delayed counter.
The non-contract kicker, Andrew Wheeler, to try a field goal attempt. They'll spot this at about the 30, so it looks like it'll be about a 40-yard field goal attempt. Here's the snap, spot, the kick is on the way, and it is good from 40 yards, so Tulsa's on the board first. They lead 3-0 with 7:03 to go in this quarter. Nice going by Wheeler as the Desperados put 3 on the board. Now we get a look at that Sioux Falls offense. It's a little bit brand new. They added a rookie wide receiver, Riley Porter, an undrafted free agent, and they drafted Colin Hart in the 1st round. We'll get to see the incomparable Julian Tyree next as a return by Porter is up the middle and he spins to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for Sioux Falls. Quarterback number 10, Julian Tyree. Colin Hart is the tailback. A.J. Warren is the wide receiver along with Riley Porter, number 87, and Sean Harrelson, number 11. Single back is Hart in the backfield, and Colin will get the carry up the middle, and his first SFL carry is a good one as he picks up 5 yards.
Get that boy a touch and get this show on the road. Colin, is Nick Pop still in the league, by the way?
He retired. He is...
That's right. He's now at the Cleveland Clinic. The dude had more skills than football.
Kyler Murray and Nate Hetzlaff are the corners. Kanye Rockefeller comes over from Chicago, number 46. Espen Real is the linebacker. Here is the quick drop by Tyree over the middle, caught by Harrelson as he charges his way to the 50-yard line on a quick slant pass. Good enough for a first down.
Sweet-looking gritty play right there. Quick drop, quick release. In traffic, I got it.
As he beats the defender, Rockefeller there to bring him down. The rookie Ghibli-Doo at defensive end, and the returning Griffin Brown is on the defensive line at tackle number 94. Tyree back to throw, quick throw over the middle, knocked away by the non-contract number 49, Richard Newton.
Trying to squeeze that lemon right in there, a little too tight.
2nd and 10 from the 50. Clock stopped 6:02 in the first quarter. Sioux Falls in front 3-0. There's a look at Riley Porter. He'll line up in the slot with Warren to the bottom of your screen.
Everybody should listen to Led Zeppelin too, by the way.
And Tyree back to throw it. Down he goes. It was a non-contract who broke through number 50.
Looks like tight coverage made that happen too.
Jay Bam Bam Cook. He broke through and he got him down. So the defensive lineman, the Stars, helping out the non-contract.
It's a quick hitter and nobody gets separation, and down goes Frazier.
3rd and 14 from the own 45 of Sioux Falls. Empty shotgun for Tyree. Press coverage look from the Desperados. Back to throw. Tyree has to spin, but he can't get out away from Griffin Brown, number 94. Oh, my. And the drive, which had so much promise, ends in failure. He tried to spin out of the way, but he couldn't prevent the inevitable. I'd like to welcome in the guys, the Doctor, Afu Panda, Ghibli Doo, Ahmed Rice, Cape and Steve Falco, and many others as the return is up to the 33-yard line.
He gets no help, but he manufactures a couple yards on that catch. And in the early feeling out process, the Desperados get to second base.
Sonzo Robinson played wide receiver last year for Tulsa, was fairly productive. This season, he moves back to running back where he had 1,700 rushing yards for the Baltimore Crabs in season 9. Martin back to throw, will throw an out route, and that's the Bull, Andre Godspeed with the catch. Only a 2-yard pickup, though. Nice effort to bring it in.
Well, so far it's an encouraging start to the game for Tulsa. You know, they got a mix of vets and young players, and that can make for a great clubhouse and possibly lay a foundation for the future.
This is second-year club. They go out with a heavy set. Here's to give to Robinson. Robinson squeezes through a little hole, but only picks up 1 yard.
Tough sledding into the line. I'll go out on a limb and say, toss the ball here.
And it's a 3rd and 7 from the 36. Can they convert? As Martin takes a deeper drop this time, throws it out, and it's past the first down marker to the 50-yard line. Tackle made by Zenosika on Corey Jones, returning from last year.
Tulsa runs off the coverage, and both the corner and the safety bite, and the clear out underneath is available for the first down.
Stephen Bush, coming from in-state rival Oklahoma City, looking to make his mark here. As Martin will break the huddle. He comes out in 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. Dime look from Sioux Falls with 7 defensive backs as the counter play to Robinson only picks up a yard.
Second time for that same play. Not much better result. Maybe they're working an angle with that. I don't know.
We have a 2nd and 9. Clock is at 3:23 and counting. Jason Williams on stats. I'm Colin Northrup. He's Rick Northrup live at the SFL Convention as the throw is over the middle. It is caught by Buffalo Marshall of fullback, and he gets the first down to the 37. Martin is 6 of 8 for 60 yards, an efficient start for him.
Some of the easiest yak that guy's going to see.
How's everybody enjoying themselves out here in convention land? That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
We have a 1st and 10 from 37.
Let me throw on that the meetings here in Dallas are great. If you're considering coming down, You missed out. Hopefully they'll have another set of meetings next year. We're in.
1st and 10 from 37. Empty backfield for Martin. Drops back to throw. It's a good pocket. It's a first down over the middle. And that is Stephen Bush, the former Renegade, with his first catch down to 14.
We get an ISO on the Sioux Falls sideline. There's going to be a lot of nuclear going on.
Oh, look, the DB just let him go, and the safety didn't come over until it was too late.
Yep.
Chris Dodd cleaning up the mess from a fellow rookie, from a rookie cornerback. I believe that was Jay Ringgold, number 24. Here is Martin giving off. I believe this is the backup. As Morton makes the tackle. And no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. So Robinson gets a breather. Still at the 14-yard line is the Desperados. One receiver to the bottom, that's Jones. Martin to throw. Under pressure, lets it go to the end zone, and it's intercepted. That is A.J. Levy, who's hit the building, and he returns it to the 13-yard line.
The much maligned Sparrow secondary by yours truly comes through.
Levy off the hands of the receiver. I believe that was a non-contract tight end out there.
He's just hanging around. Chance favors the mind that is prepared. Goes full Louis Pasteur there.
Jeremy McFarland in on the tackle along with Robinson. There's a look at Charles Ball as
finds himself with the ball.
Tyree is under center. Split backs, quick drop, throws over the middle, knocked away. Ooh, that could have been dangerous. Craig Hearn was the intended target.
That's the right idea, putting some pressure.
No, check that. That was Porter.
Ooh.
It looks like he just dropped it, although Espen Real was in the neighborhood. Ooh. Just past the outstretched arms. Porter should have caught that.
I don't know. The goalie was screened on that one, Bruce.
Shotgun formation. Fullback Ashley Anderson flanking the other side of Tyree.
Check out the D alignment.
And rollout pass from Tyree, and he just has to throw it away as no one's open.
Was lucky. Could have thrown the hanky on the lineman. But it brings up 3rd and 10 with 1:27 to go here in the first quarter.
3rd and 10 for Sioux Falls. Tyree all by himself. Tulsa showing blitz. Now they back off. Pressure coming over the middle, and it's knocked away. Knocked away by number 40. Karan Hill out there in coverage, and it's 4th down as they do nothing with the interception. Max Mulhold on to punt. Charles Ball back deep. Neither team's running game has gotten going. Sonzo Robinson, 3 carries for 1 yard. As the punt is away from Mulholt, fielded by the Desperados, who return it to the Tulsa 46. That's Mr. Charles Ball.
Yeah, the difference is Tulsa, running game not going very well, but the passing game, they seem to be working in tandem on that. Whereas the Sparrows just can't quite complete a pass. They are channeling their inner Barnum and Bailey. A lot of almost circus going on.
Single wide receiver to the bottom. Martin to throw. Has the man open, but down he goes for a loss of 5.
Pow!
Lennox Sanders, the defensive tackle, gets in there. Broke through the congestion and brought down Martin back on the other side of the 50.
I think that surprised both the tackle and Martin.
2nd and 15. There's a look at Martin's numbers. He is up to 83 yards, but does have that one pick, bringing down his quarterback rating a little bit. As Santo Robinson gets the carry, and he will pick up 1 yard, setting up a 3rd and long as we're winding here in the last minute of the first quarter. Martin in the shotgun all by himself. 5 wide receivers will be out in the pattern for Tulsa. Here's the snap. Martin's back to throw. Has a good pocket. Lets it go. Lets it caught by Andre Godspeed.
I'll see your Barnum and Bailey and make the catch.
No, that's Stephen Bush. Stephen Bush makes the catch, and he goes all the way down to the 15-yard line. He runs the little corner route, Rick, absolutely beautifully, beating the rookie corner on that side.
Nice job to make up the gap and have a touchdown-saving tackle there.
As we reach the end of the first quarter, we have Desparados 3, Sparrows nothing. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music live on YouTube.
If you're just joining us, the game is more Tulsa than Sioux Falls at this point.
We have a single back in the backfield, Robinson. He gets it on the counter, and Sanzo trying to make his way through traffic, but only picks up 1.
There was daylight. Now we see what they're trying to do.
Andrew Nyberg coming up from his corner position, plays nice run support.
Nyberg, Heja Sverige.
Robinson, the single back, 4 wide receivers. Martin takes a medium drop back. He goes over the middle. Oh, he had a man open, but he just couldn't quite find him.
Oh, Martin's a cool cucumber and just kind of puts it just a bit outside.
Looking for his ex-London teammate,
like
Andre Godspeed.
Appears like we're not going to get a replay on that. Maybe the window wasn't there. It sure looked like it.
He certainly made an effort, did Godspeed, to go after that ball. 3rd down 9 from the Tulsa 14-yard line. They need to get to the 5-yard line, it appears, for a first down. Martin changes the play. Back to throw he goes against the blitz. Oh, Stephen Bush didn't quite turn the corner far enough as Martin is already up to 125 yards. Julian Tyree at 18.
Throws him a little rope-a-dope as he looks to the left side of the formation. Changes the play and immediately throws to the right. Or a pre-snap look-off.
Wheeler out for a field goal attempt. This looks to be about a 17-yard field goal.
Plus 10.
As the kick is away, and it is good from 24 yards away, so Tulsa leads with 10:05 to go until halftime by the score of 6-0 on the strength of 2 field goals. Don't forget to join the SFL's community on Discord if you haven't already, and be a part of the greatest sim league anywhere in the world. Wheeler kicks this off. Porter is back there. He had some good returns in the preseason game versus St. Louis. And Riley Porter marches his way up to the 27.
A little something now. If you're Sioux Falls, Colin, you've not had much working, but you're only down by 6. Still a 1-score game.
Yeah, your offense has definitely kept you in the game.
You want to take advantage of that here.
Tyree hands off to Colin Hart. Hart swinging wide, and Mr. Hart picks up 4 yards. One of his better runs of the day.
Better. Could have been even better if we get a replay on this. You'll see he didn't actually follow his blockers very well. Ends up running right into one of his blockers. He could have either cut back inside or bounced it out a little bit and produced even more yardage.
There's a look at Espin number 99. As Tyree gives up the middle of the Hart, and
there we
Hart
go.
will pick up 5 yards, setting up third and manageable.
That's what I'm talking about. Much better learning on the fly for Mr. Hart.
3rd and 1 from the 38. Here is Hart, the lone back. Will they give it to him? Yes, they will. On the stretch plane, easily picks up the first down and a couple more yards as he gets to 42. And he's certainly pumped up about that as he helps his squad out on 3rd down.
Simple sprint out to the left. All he needs is 1 yard. Picks up that first down, keeps the chains moving.
Looks like they're leaning on Hart early. Right now, they must be worried about that pass rush from Tulsa. The rookie Ghibli Dew has yet to get a sack, but he's been involved in a pressure or two. Tyree, quick drop, will swing this out to the sidelines, and the pass is caught by Warren, and he gets out of bounds at the 49, 2nd and 2.
Not bad, we'll take that.
Only Tyree's 2nd completion. He had enough room out there.
He does. He's got to turn and spot that ball as it's on its way before he makes the head turn. That's why he's in the starting lineup.
2nd and 2. Desparados in press man coverage, shifting their linebackers
Everybody's
around.
on the line.
Here's the give to Hart up the middle for the first down.
All right.
He's averaging 4.8 yards a carry at this juncture, which is pretty good.
I got to be encouraged as Hart seems to be finding his footing here in the 2nd quarter.
One wide receiver to either side. Hart is the deep back. And they will give off to Colin. Hart again on the stretch. Tried to lower the head and pushes forward for a pickup of 3 yards. Kanye Rockefeller came over in the offseason from Chicago to serve as the team's general manager. Moves back to free safety after spending some time at corner.
A big pickup for them.
As Tyree, quick drop, pump fakes, has to dump this off to Hart, and Hart won't get very far, only pick up a yard. Espin Real says, sit down, boy.
Sit down. Oh, my gosh. Welcome to the league.
We're looking at 3rd and 6 with about 6:45 to go till halftime. It's critical for the Sparrows to convert here to get their defensive rest. As Tyree takes the snap, throws him in the middle. Oh, knocked away from head slap. Pass intended for Harrelson, and Max will hold on for a punt.
Did we see the wideout open down the right sideline? We're not going to see that again.
There might have possibly been a guy open as we get a look at Charles Ball.
He's in love with throwing it over the middle, and that cost him.
Sioux Falls should get good. Tulsa should get good field position, but wait, the punt is going to be down at the 5-yard line. So just forget what I said.
Sioux Falls gets good field position on Tulsa.
They're able to flip the field.
We saw that exact same play last night, and the defender caught it and ran into the end zone for a touchback. That was mental error not made there. Good job.
2 backs in the backfield, Marshall and Robinson for Morton as he's under center. 3 wideouts to either side. We'll give to Sanzo, and Sanzo will pick up 7 yards, giving them a little breathing room. Making it a 2nd and 3.
Solid run on that down and distance, even though they're backed up, gives them a little more optionality in the playbook.
Here's a look at Robinson. It's a heavy set. 3 tight ends on
Warms
the field.
my heart.
And they're going to throw to Robinson out of this one. And Sanzo will go backwards. He actually lost the yard.
And the Sparrows
Alex
snipped that one
Parker
out.
with the tackle.
Yes. All right.
Give a big shout out to
your broadcast partner. Thank you.
and to our stats man today, Mr. Jason Williams. Had a big game for Alaska last night as Martin will throw on 3rd down over the middle. It's caught by Stephen Bush.
A little Brett Favor there as he kind of improvises. Throws that on the run.
I'll get another look at it here, Rick.
Yeah.
Just found him right on the deep end. Cut Nyberg and Parker there to bring him down, but not before he picks up a first down.
Little sidearm wang to that one. And they move the sticks. 5:02 to go.
Crossing 5 minutes to go in the first half as the swing goes to Robinson. He 3 yards. He'll make it 2nd and 7.
Sioux Falls exhibiting one of the characteristics of higher intelligence is they are better defending these swing passes. Tulsa's going to have to start working something else.
As the handoff goes to Robinson, and he makes it a 3rd and manageable as he gets up over to 33.
Just straight ahead power, hat on hat there. Tulsa gets the better of it.
Shotgun formation, both receivers to the bottom for Martin. He takes the snap, surveys the field, has a first down to the 44. That's Stephen Bush's 5th catch. He's up to 90 yards.
Nice play design as they keep one of the backs in for protection, sending the other one out into the pattern. End up creating some space in that D zone.
Ball's on the 44. Marshall in front of Robinson in the offset eye to the left-hand side.
Please give it to the up back.
Martin will throw, takes a 7-step drop this time, goes to the sidelines, complete to Andre Godspeed, his 2nd catch. That'll be good for 4 yards. Probably has to want to get him more involved if you're the Desperados, because so far in passing game wise, it's been the Sanzo and Stephen Bush show.
That's right, and we'll have to keep our eye on Godspeed. He's got a route running problem here.
Here's to get to Robinson up the middle. He'll lose a yard.
Or if he's just not being featured in this part of the playbook, or the game plan, sorry.
Third down and 7. 2:50 and counting to go. Desperados empty the backfield. They'll go with 4 wide receivers. The Sparrows counter with a nickel look as Martin changes the play. Takes a deep drop, back goes to the sidelines, but the route's not run far enough, Rick. They'll have to punt.
Oh, shoot me now. Crying out loud.
So they go to Godspeed. But once again, as we see with some of these wide receivers, they don't run that route far enough. You're a major pet peeve, Rick.
Yes, sir.
As the punt is away from the Desperados, and Porter will return this only up to the 17-yard line. I liked what the Sioux Falls did their last possession, relying on Colin Hart, but maybe they relied him on a little too much.
Well, they can tinker with a few things, and Tulsa doesn't press the advantage, and we, in terms of the Rickometer, it's still kind of neutral as Sioux Falls if they can put something together here.
Here's Hart, the single back. Tyree, 6-step drop over the middle, complete for a 4-yard pickup to A.J. Warren. That's a good start.
All it takes is one drive, right? Just give me one drive and then take the lead.
And we've reached the 2-minute warning.
Well, let's see what kind of 2-minute drill the Sparrows can uncork here. We got a long way to go.
2nd and 6. Tyree changes the play, takes a semi-rollout, dumps this off to Hart. Hart breaks the tackle and picks up a first down.
This is how we do it.
Nice catch, young man. That's his 2nd catch. Good enough for 7 yards and a first. Charles Ball knocked him out of bounds just ahead of the sticks, however.
For the Sioux Falls faithful, don't forget, you have your full complement of timeouts as well. Charles Ball goes stud, gets the first down, and gets out of bounds.
Ashley Anderson in front of Hart this time in the offset eye. 3 wideouts, Porter in the slot. Tyree quick drop, swings this out to Hart again. And this time he gets knocked out of bounds after a pick of a 3. Nate head slap on the tackle.
Would have preferred more yardage, but out of bounds is crucial.
.151 to go. Sioux Falls still has all 3 timeouts. When do they start using them?
Well,
empty backfield. Dropped by Tyree, and he completes it for a first down.
Go.
What a catch by Harrelson.
No timeout.
Well, I guess they still have some time.
Let's have a sense of urgency here, boys.
Colin Hart up to 37 yards on 9 carries, averaging just over 4 yards a carry. Ball is at the 50. Tyree sets up with 3 receivers to the bottom side of the formation. Back to throw he goes. 3-step drop, throws over the middle, Porter with the catch, and here comes the hurry up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Or as I like to call it, the Chinese fire drill. Everybody gets set. Tyree drops back, throws deep, and he's got him out of bounds. That's A.J. Warren with some fancy footwork.
And with 59 seconds to go, they put themselves, using 59 seconds, they put themselves in the red zone, Colin.
Even getting 3 points here would be huge. They'll be only down by 3 going into the locker room, but they can take a lead with a touchdown.
All right, a little tension here on both sides of the ball.
4-3 defense out of Tulsa. They shift into a standard alignment. Hart, the single back. And Tyree, quick drop. It's going. It's picked up. But we have a flag on the play. Charles Ball.
Does he have reservations?
Returning this one.
One man.
Outrunning going up to the end zone. But wait a minute. We have a flag. Hold the phone, everybody. What?
There's a flag on the play.
Oh, my goodness. We have a clipping call on Tulsa. Oh, my. And Sioux Falls gets the ball back. Oh.
Or was it on the run back?
It was on the run back. Griffin Brown called for the clip.
The possession will stay with Tulsa.
A huge break for the Sparrows. Absolutely huge. 48 seconds.
No.
Oh, Desparados still get the ball, but instead of getting 6 points, they're stuck at their own 13 where the penalty occurred.
Well, they'd prefer to have the ball as opposed to being down by 1.
They could have been having more points, but that doesn't happen. Here's again to Robinson.
Well, both quarterbacks have traded red zone mistakes.
Nick Fargo, his second tackle.
I enjoy symmetry. Shout out to all the OCDs. Oh, 30 seconds to go to the half. A stunning little exchange of plays here, Colin.
It looks like Tulsa is just going to be content to go in the locker room as we get another carry from Robinson. Plows ahead for 2 yards. It's been tough sledding for that guy.
Sparrows are trying to go for the strip and get that ball back, but not going to happen, and they're not burning any timeouts.
We reach halftime. The score is Tulsa 6. Sioux Falls nothing. Jacen McGee trying to gather the troops. As we get a look at the stats here, Rick.
Wow. You look at the TOP and some of the other stats, you'd think Desparados would be running away with this game, and they're not. Sparrows are going to, if they have a productive halftime in the locker room, they can still get after this thing, Colin.
Yeah, the 2 field goals by Wheeler making the difference. And as you said earlier, both teams swapping red zone mistakes. Stephen Bush up to 90 yards at half.
That was a cool play right there.
Levy making use of the tip drill. The receiver must have ate Gracie popcorn or something, because he shouldn't have dropped that ball, in my opinion. There was the great run back called by the clipping on the defensive lineman Griffin Brown.
Pretty play, except for the foul.
And Sioux Falls gets the ball. They're only down by 6.
As Tulsa lines it up, they got to bring their D right out. The D's going to have to keep them in this game because the offense is sputtering.
Sioux Falls they're looking to get points as the return from Riley Porter goes up to the 30-yard line.
Gets a favorable jam pile push there for a couple of extra yards. So Charlie Ball had some pretty good production here in the first half. Let's see what they do with him here in the third quarter. The quarter lady wants to know.
4 wide receivers, 3 in a bunch to the top, 1 isolated to the bottom. Hard is the single back. Quick drop from Tyree, dumps this out to Warren out of the bunch, and he picks up 6 yards on first down. Good start.
Nice little play right there. A little bit of confusion on the left side for Tulsa. And they drop it in for a 2nd and 4.
Ball's at their own 36. We're just underway here in the third. Tulsa 6.
Tulsa's going to play with 2 safeties. Everybody else is on the line.
And here's the quick drop from Tyree. Over the middle he goes.
Ow!
And it is caught.
They played Led Zepp 2 in the locker room as he squeezes that one in there.
Craig Hearn, the tight end, number 87. A rookie on the slant pattern. You see him right here.
Did you see that? He is running with his head down, and it's almost like, oh, yeah, I'm in a pattern. Turns around and finds himself with the ball.
Welcome in Chris Braun and Gunnar Bear, among others, as Tyree goes deep. He got
the one they were looking
for. The tight end breaks the tackle, throws ball, and he's in the end zone.
And the Sparrows.
Now that's Jacen McGee, the other tight end, running free down the middle of the field. Rockefeller overplays it. Ball can't bring him down, and McGee goes into the end zone. And this game is tied pending the PAT. Oh, how quickly can things change on one snap of the ball.
You can't go wrong with Led Zeppelin. That's all I'm going to say.
Welcome in, DeAndre Noel. Along with Super Flame Dragon 2009. Hashtag kapow, as they say in South Dakota. This Mulholt's extra point is through the sticks. So with 9:46 to go in the third.
And we have a lead change.
Sioux Falls takes the lead 7-6.
Amen to that. All right, we got ourselves a ball game again. I don't care if it's just a big play. What's the over-under on lead changes the rest of the way? I'm going to go with 2.
I'm gonna take 3 as Charles Ball returns this. Oh, wait a minute. I thought he was gonna break it outside and he almost did.
It's a dynamite return, so if you take 3, that's the over. I thought you were gonna get 1 right there.
Look at it one more time. Sets up the blocks. And there he goes.
There's a public service announcement from the home office in Dallas, Texas. As always, there is no wagering.
Even though wagering is now legal.
Is legal.
Robinson, the deep back, he gets the handoff up the middle and he picks up 3 yards. Shout out once again to our friend, Mr. Jason Williams. He's running the stat sheet today.
Are they predictable enough to go to a medium route pass play here?
Robinson this time is a single back. They get 4 wide receivers, 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. 6-step drop for Martin, goes deep and the pass is intercepted.
Greedy.
It looks like Nyberg, the rookie, comes away with that one.
Hey, Josh Ferrier.
He was looking for Godspeed, but he was double covered, not only by Nyberg, but the safety, Chris Dodd.
That's uncharacteristic for Martin to throw into the double. My guess is he didn't see him coming across for the coverage. I'm going to check that out in the post-game interview.
Julian Tyree will give off to Colin Hart. Hart breaks the tackle.
Uh-oh.
There goes Colin Hart. He's looking. Another tackle. Oh,
not even the referee can
over
stop
the referee, but he gets out to the 46-yard line. His best run today by far.
The referee goes full Woody Hayes and gets run over.
Are we going to see it? Yep. Oh, there he goes.
There's a new hip for the line judge. 25 years of league service down the drain.
1st and 10 at the 46 of Tulsa. Split backs. Anderson with Hart in the backfield now. Tyree under center. 3 wideouts. Back to throw, and Julian will go to the sideline. This is Porter. Porter breaks the tackle, and he goes out of bounds at the Desperado 32.
Tyree goes through the progressions and finds his safety valve and finds himself a first down.
Not much rush from the Desperados that time. They all went to the right, but none went upfield.
Oh, and that's a despicable DB tackle attempt there by 21. As he whiffs.
That's Nate Headslap. As there's a look at ball.
He knows better.
Tyree quick drop. Sideline throw. Caught out of bounds. That's J.J. McGee who had the touchdown. He picks up 7.
Yeah. Who's the madman now? Rudy. Sioux Falls feeling it. And Tulsa's not quite sure what hit him. as Sioux Falls on the doorstep of the red zone.
Looking to pad their lead a little bit here. 2nd and 3 from the 25. Gibbs hard up the middle, and he gets a first down to the 21.
Keeping the Hart running back name in good stead. Shout out to Mike Hart, a little man from Syracuse, New York.
Craig Hearn split out wide as a wide receiver. As
hello.
Griffin Brown says, "How you doing, buddy?" and brings him down for a 3-yard loss.
Oh, here, let me give you my business card.
Some in the crowd like that one.
Every now and then I get a laugh.
Here's I formation. Hart deep, Anderson close.
Right
One
here to the
receiver
bottom
to
of your
either side.
screen. Nope, swing pass.
Swing pass out to Hart, and Colin Hart rumbles out of bounds, making it a little more manageable 3rd down. 3rd down and 7. And that pass that McGee caught was a 50 yards. Thanks for that fact, Jason.
Whoa. There we go.
And here's the pass on 3rd and 7, and let's go to the end zone.
Yo,
It's caught
that's it.
by Riley Porter for the touchdown, Sioux Falls.
I'm going to take the under on that lead change there, Colin. Nicely done. Did to Tulsa what Tulsa was doing to the Sparrows. Hitting the clear outside. Well, my goodness.
And the undrafted rookie, Porter, making a big play.
I'll get the score.
And the extra point is up and good. So the score is officially Tulsa Sioux Falls 14, Tulsa 6.
Officially what? Well, the moribund Sparrows, look it up, show some life here in the first half of the 3rd quarter. Holy smoke.
Here's the kick. Charles Ball on the return. Ball got a good one last time, but this time he's bottled up better as he gets to 36. Michael Martin threw a pick last time out. You really think that Tulsa's got to get something going here, because it looks like the momentum's slipping away.
You know what else? Michael Martin's getting some shade from the All Mustache team on the Twitter. He's got to start representing here and get this offense going.
As the give is to Robinson up the middle, and he doesn't gain anything. Tyrone McGee
gains a chest bruise.
Bringing him down to the big hit. You know, he's wearing Levant Irvine's old number 99. I wouldn't be surprised if they gave him Irvine's locker. Heavy set for the Desperados. Robinson up the middle this time. He takes out 5 yards, having it 3rd and manageable.
Nothing says we're going to run on you like 3 in the backfield. I don't know. Martin's got to be shaking his head a little bit.
As the give is to Robinson, and he'll only pick up 1. I question that play call.
Well, we'll see. You know, that was their game plan clearly in the first half. Soften up the line and then see what the secondary will give them.
Cortland Weaver back to punt. I believe this is Tulsa's first
But they got to
punt
go
of the day.
They got to go through a inning of defense here. before they can get back at it. And
oh, the punt was nearly blocked, but it's a good hang time by the non-contract as Porter's smothered at the 17.
Well, we got 4:56 to go here in the third quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League broadcast live from the SFL Convention here in Dallas, Texas. Thank you very much. Super excited to be here. Mark your calendars if they have another set of meetings. You're going to dig it.
Split backs, Tyree, 6-step drop, going on the corner, knocked in the air and almost intercepted. It was knocked in the air by Nate Headslep. No, that was Kyler Murray, but Espen Royale was in the neighborhood. Griffin Brown, there's a look at him. He's got 2 sacks. He's had a good game on defense for Tulsa.
So we go Canadian football here. 3 downs to get a first down.
2nd and 10. Oh! Sideline, and Murray swats it away.
Come on, young man. Not sure what happened there, Colin. It was there for the
KT Taylor with the pressure. And I do question the slot as well, Rick.
Well, that's a good play regardless. Not irregardless.
Empty shotgun look for Sioux Falls on 3rd and 10. Tyree loads up and gets Warren for the first down.
Whoa! Makes the catch. Yeah, that's right.
We get some applause here. From
A.J. Warren.
Beats Headslep with a move
Showing
to the
his
inside.
Stuff, yeah. Yeah, well delivered.
There's a look at Warren's numbers. 5 receptions on 6 targets for 51 yards. Here's Hart on the carry, and Colin Hart rumbles forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
They're not showing anything with their formations right there. I wonder if they're setting up something for later in the game.
Here they come out with Anderson, the fullback.
Out of that vanilla set.
Hearn, the tight end, he's on the line. Here's the get the Hart. He breaks the tackle and picks up 2 yards, setting up a 3rd manageable.
Well, Tulsa says, we got your heart right now.
Charles Ball in on the tackle along with Espen Royale.
Charles Ball, we haven't talked about him a whole lot in this game. I know they're looking for a little more consistency out of him this year.
As the crowd here at Greenwood District Stadium in Tulsa has a chant of defense. Here's Hart up the middle,
and they get their defense. Asking, ye shall receive.
There's 99 problems, Espen Royale. So let's see if Tulsa can get something going now. Their defense held serve. The return by Ball makes a couple man miss. Spins off of one.
Whoa.
And gets knocked down close to the 40. Good
right.
Punt return.
Mike Martin's going to be happy with that. They can do some things from that point on the field. And they're going to need to as time's winding down here in the third quarter. Sioux Falls Sparrows shocked the Desperados by scoring quickly twice in the opening frames of the third quarter, Colin.
Desperados line up in the shotgun. Sunzo Robinson on the right hip of Martin. Martin back to throw. Has all day to throw. Can make a sandwich. Sacked instead for a loss of 10. Lennox Sanders.
He makes that sandwich and then proceeds to eat it. Son of a gun, dude.
He tried to spin out of the way to get himself room, but Morton, the defensive end, came in free. Not a good start to the drive.
He knows better. That would worry me about his psyche. He's got to throw that ball away, preserve the distance anyway. Trying to make
20.
something happen.
They go to Sanzo on the swing and only pick up 2.
Good
setting
open
up
field.
a 3rd and 18.
Sorry about that. Good open field tackle. To limit the damage on that properly thrown swing pass.
Third and 18. What part of the playbook do you go to, Rick, if you're the Desperados?
The score in one play section of the playbook.
As Martin drops the throw, goes deep down the middle of the post, and it is caught by Corey Jones. As he works his way into Sioux Falls territory, let's look at this again. Beautiful throw on the post cut.
Martin making up for that bonehead sack. Throwing a dart and picking up the first down.
Jay Ringgold there on the coverage and the tackle. Here's the drop back by Martin, a deep one. He goes to the sidelines, and that's a pickup of 4 yards.
It's a little known fact. Ringgold's dad was actually the 5th Beatle. Ringgold Starr. Name the one song Ringo Starr didn't play drums on.
Ooh, that's a good trivia question.
We'll come back. Maybe we get a shout out from the audience.
186 for Martin passing.
It was a hit song, not obscure.
Back to throw. Martin has to throw that into the ground before Sanders sacks him again.
Oh, man. He breaks free and puts a WWE wrestling hold on him. Looked like he just dropped the ball.
Clock stopped with 53 seconds left in this quarter.
Ruling it incomplete. Nobody knows who the Beatles are. Give me a break.
Four wide receivers. Martin back to throw. Oh! Nyberg with the deflection. Looking for Godspeed.
Wow, the Swede is having himself a heck of a game.
As we're getting some comments here on the chat, some people are not.
The Beatles are overrated. I love it.
4th and 6, and they have to punt. How much longer can this beleaguered Desperado defense hold serve? That's got to be the question now as the punt is away. And we'll be down in the end zone. Oh, it looked like for a second there that they were going to get that bounce that they so wanted.
Might have held up, but maybe not. So the answer to the trivia question is Love Me Do. Come on. First big hit.
That's right. It was Love Me Do. And Colin Hart on the carry. Almost broke a tackle, but picked up 9 yards. Took Rockefeller for a ride. He's up to 88.
I'm loving that Colin Hart, and not just because of his name, but he is getting the job done.
Had that long 30-yard run.
I don't know if we have a yards per carry on updated yards per carry on Hart, but I think we're going to like it.
2nd and 1. Closing moments of the third quarter to get the pass away. And caught for the first down.
Whoa.
A.J. Warren.
That's what the circus is back in town.
And that's the end of the third. As we go into the fourth, Sioux Falls leads Tulsa 14-6. Still anybody's game at this point.
Super interesting structure to the game, Colin. As it's all Desperados in the first half, but they can only put 6 on the board.
As Tyree throws, he's got a man, It is Damon James, the non-contract, making a nice play to the 40-yard line.
And the rust bucket that was the Sparrows in the first half comes out with a shiny new body and puts 14 on the board.
Hauls in that pass. Rockefeller on the tackle.
In under 9 minutes to start the second half. And you got to give the advantage to the Sparrows at this point.
Look at Tyree's updated numbers. Quarterback rating over 100, as he is well over the 200-yard passing mark at this point in the ball game. Back to throw. Tyree's going to be sacked. KT Taylor, the defensive end, along with one other individual. That was Brown.
Ran right around him.
Made the sack for a loss of 7.
Tulsa shows pressure, but then backs out. Now back on the line.
Here's to get the hard on 2nd and 17.
he makes a pay.
He's going to kick up the first down and a whole lot more. In fact, he's going to score.
Whoa! Unbelievable.
And he's doing the dirty bird in the end zone.
Uh-oh.
You just got to love it, folks. Hart just broke one tackle of ball, and he was gone.
Wow. Wow. Well, there was a smattering of applause in the audience, but unfortunately, because of that failed trivia question, we had to clear the room, and we're just bringing in the second audience right now. We'll get back to music trivia in a moment. And it's good.
And the extra point is good. So it's now a 21-6 game. And what was a minor emergency has turned into a full-blown emergency for Tulsa.
It's a code red. J.J. Kale called and says it's Tulsa time. Oh, come on.
As the return by Charles Ball has worked its way to the 28-yard line.
Okay, I'll give you that one. J.J. Kale wrote many of Eric Clapton's hits.
See, folks, you learn something every time you're with Rick and I.
So Tulsa's got to get on the stick here, Colin. And they're going to go with the eye. What do they have up their sleeves?
They got to feature Robinson. They've been relying a little too much on Martin. As Martin will go out to the tight end. 87, Will Danielson. For a nice play here on first down.
Mixes it up a little bit there as he hits the tight end.
Santo Robinson, only 42 total yards, 37 on the ground.
He doesn't get picked up by the linebacker on the way into the pattern.
Andre Godspeed, 2 catches on 4 targets for 6 yards.
Oh, is it going to go?
Robinson grinds out 2 yards, and that's been a summary of his day as Colin Hart is up to 134 and averaging 7.9 a carry.
I guess I was the only one that bid on the ball fake.
That's the old counterplay for you. A favorite of Joe Gibbs. As the throw is out to Stephen Bush. And that'll get it to the 45, so it'll be 3rd down 3. With that catch, he's probably really close to or right at 100 yards. Rick, what do you think of these uniforms for both teams? Sioux Falls kind of going to the gray and gold. Gray and electric yellow.
Is that gray or brown?
As the
To answer your question, I like them.
Desparados come out in an I formation. One receiver to either side. Do they trust Sanzo? No, they trust Martin. And Martin
there we go.
forwards them again as he throws to the tight end, Dennison, for a first down at the 47.
They move the chains, but they need 2 scores, and they've got to pick up a 2-point conversion along the way just to tie. I'd like to see a little more
17
urgency.
carries, 39 yards for Sanzo. He gets his 18th here and squirts away through a hole before Chris Dodd says, take a seat, sir.
So Colin's referring to my earlier career where I was a fashion critic at the New York Times, and I really want to give a shout-out again for those socks. I love the old-school socks on the Sparrows. And I think the stripe, which you get a good look here on the Desperados helmets, is boss.
Nice combination with the fluorescent orange and the teal as well. As Robinson makes his third catch. Oh! He didn't turn upfield quick enough and only picked up 1 yard. There's A.J. Levy, the 6-year veteran who's been here with Sioux Falls for a long time.
You've got to have some in-game recognition and have a nose for that line to gain.
Here's Martin, gives off to Robinson. Robinson fighting! Oh, he's just a yard short. He was hung up on the back of a lineman, and that made all the difference.
Uh-oh.
4th and 1, do they go for it here? Looks like the offense is out on the field.
I don't think they can afford to give up a possession here.
Or is this just going to be a giant gimmick?
Oh, shoot me now if they burn the timeout.
No, they're going to go for it. And Sanzo pushes ahead for the first down. What a run to keep the drive alive.
Did a manly job there. This is how we do it. You know, even more exciting, when I was at the New York Times, Robert Palmer was the food critic, and it's a little-known fact, I sat in as a bass player for his band a few times.
Here's Martin back to throw. Throws over the middle. Caught by the tight end. That's number 80.
That's what I'm talking about.
82, Damien McIntosh. Martin up to 229 now.
Colin, it's exciting when we see some real football, and the Desperados now are showing some desperation.
Dodd combining with one other defender on the hit. Both of these teams are in separate conferences. Tulsa's in the southern. Sioux Falls moved back to the west with expansion of league-wide to 21 teams now. As Martin drops the throw, throws to the sideline, and is caught by Godspeed, his best catch of the day.
That's 2nd and 1. Yeah, you know, talk about Sioux Falls switching over, and they've got a tough road to hoe, especially early in the season. They've got Alaska and Mexico City. Mexico City, a little bit of a question mark, maybe, after their opener last night, but that is very uncharacteristically poor game.
2nd and 1, 3-man backfield. Here's the get to Robinson, back up. Oh, and he almost vultures a touchdown away from Sanzo.
1st and goal.
King Jack Washington, that's got to go on the all-name team. He got behind his blockers, hesitated for a moment, but then squirted out in the open. Nyborg again on the tackle.
If it's not Swedish, it's krap.
Again, they go with the same formation. It looks like Washington is back there. And they give to Washington, and he's in the end zone.
He goes for
Touchdown,
a walk.
Tulsa.
Holy smoke. Well.
Well, Rick, what does logic dictate to you here?
They take their PAT, because that's the higher percentage play, and if they do score a touchdown again, then they go for the 2-point conversion. Problem is, if you go for the 2-pointer here and miss it, you're still down 2 scores, and you don't have that many possessions left in the game. If you haven't checked out Game Theory, do it. It'll change your life.
The extra point from Wheeler is good. So with 4:49 to go in this game, Tulsa is not done yet. And it looks like they will try the onside kick, it appears. I think it's the right call here.
Do they? A lot of time left.
Oh, they'll try it, and Sioux Falls receives it at the Desperado 36.
I don't know about that. They can play defense. And they got some timeouts. Oh, well. You know, there's a groundbreaking paper on the NHL talking about when you pull the goalie, and you should really pull the goalie with 4 or 5 minutes left, but no coach has the guts to do that. And I think that same theory applies on your onside kicks.
As offsides is called on the rookie Ghibli-Doo, and they'll probably take the 5 yards as Hart goes out of bounds on the swing.
You can get too greedy with both onside kicks and chasing points with two-point conversions. Commonality is coaching mistakes. Ooh.
Ghibli-Doo.
I'm not happy.
Picked 16th overall in the SFL rookie draft in the first round. There's a look at Warren. A.J. Warren's had a productive game.
Pressure shifts, obviously, to the Tulsa Desparados. And that, folks, is your gratuitous color commentator comment of the day.
Let the play clock wind down. Here's the good to Hart. And Colin Hart will only pick up a yard, but that clock
stays in bounds.
Starts moving. As he's now up to 135. Newton in on the tackle.
Did you say Noonan?
Newton.
Miss it. Miss it.
Quick note from our statistician today, Mr. Jason Williams. That was a 54-yard touchdown run by Colin Hart.
Wow.
As Tyree will throw. Goes down the field. Jacen McGee. Oh, he gets down to the goal line, but he's not quite in. So the big guy comes up with his second catch. He's playing second fiddle to Craig Hearn, but he says, look at me.
So you got a couple ways to play this. If you're Sioux Falls, you can basically run the clock down with running plays. See if Tulsa starts burning their timeouts. If not, even if you get a field goal, you're back to a 2-score game. Remember, folks, you gotta keep and play to your possessions late in the game.
From the goal line, they're letting the play clock run down, which is the right thing to do. And it looks like they'll give to Colin Hart, and Hart has the easy touchdown. And he does the dirty bird for the second time in the game.
The Desperado faithful are expressing their displeasure.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run for Hart, so he dialed from long distance earlier. Now he dials from local distance.
Well, the failed onside kick, potentially too early in the game, turns out to bite him and have been too early in the game.
Here is the extra point, so it's up and good. The score is now 28-13. With 3:27 to go in this ball game.
Well, Colin, I'm super impressed with the Sparrows here in the second half. Totally different team in terms of production. Really, I would say both sides of the ball, but pretty much.
Here is the kickoff again to Charles Ball. Poor Ball must feel like this is Groundhog Day. He's returned so many of these. As he gets up to the 29. Was it your friend Dave Allen who said the patient in a coma is always the last to know?
I think it might have been.
Well,
if you're not familiar with the work of Dave Allen, then you're missing out. By the way, those Ram trucks are great.
But why do they call him Ram as Martin will throw out to Robinson as Nick Fargo brings him down for a loss of 3. And here comes the hurry up. So they might have to work a miracle here as Martin over the middle, pass caught.
Yeah, what? See. Setting them up for the bomb. Come on.
And they go down the middle of the field. Pass is caught. And they continue to run the hurry up. This is where your stamina is really tested, particularly if you're one of those linemen. 6-step drop for Martin over the middle of the field. Non-time tracks again.
Yeah, the lineman's best day is pancaking somebody and walking down to the next first down.
Here's Martin again. Has a clean pocket, goes deep, and it's intercepted by A.J. Levy. A.J. Levy returns it to the 36. Corey Jones with the tackle.
Levy.
And, oh, no.
Making plays and cheering at the same time. Well, the Desperados are dying a slow death here in the second half, Colin. As the Sparrows continue to grind.
19 carries, over 130 yards for Hart and a pair of touchdowns.
If you're Tulsa, do you start using your timeouts or do you wave the surrender flag?
And Hart up the middle of the field. It looks like they'll run it down to the 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL, presented by APM Music on YouTube.
I want to take this opportunity to thank Cameron Irvine and the rest of the leadership at the SFL for putting on some great meetings here in Dallas.
Yeah, it's been really fun to meet everybody. As Hart will try to break Rockefeller's tackle, but he won't. Timeout's called by Tulsa. So there's your answer as far as the timeouts go. Oh.
2 left. Apparently the scoreboard operator, the timeout operator on the scoreboard was ushered out with that first audience.
Here's 3rd down. Hart will get racked up, and looks like Tulsa will get one more chance. As we like to say in our family, Camp's probably going, for goodness sakes, Rick, you're doing it wrong.
Hashtag doing it wrong. Always trending at our house. It's a rough crowd. Well, Tulsa's going to get another bite at the apple here, Colin.
They'll take over at their own 24 with 1:43 left.
You know, we're talking about the tough road for the Sparrows, but if they can continue playing well, executing well, like they have in the second half here against Tulsa, feel good about it. Oh, hey, this just in. Al Davis called in from the Ouija board, and he says, just win, baby.
Here's Tulsa in the shotgun, and Martin will throw once again. This time he'll go to Robinson underneath, and Sanzo gets tackled inbounds, and here we go with the hurry. Martin sets, throws down the middle of the field, caught by Steven Bush. And they call a timeout with 1:22 left.
That burns the last timeout. Oops. I think they're just looking to make it respectable at this point, Colin.
Yeah, it gives them something to work on for next week. You don't want to start the season off 0-1, yeah, but you don't want to be staring 0-2 in the face going into week 3.
So you're the staff at Tulsa. Is this a hard week of practice, or is this a put your arm around them and keep moving forward?
7-step drop from Martin, out of bounds. The Godspeed stops the clock with 1:18. That's a catch of 6 yards.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I like Tulsa's mix of kids and vets, and the owners and the GM know what they're doing. My money's on them.
They were the only expansion team at a crop last year to make the playoffs. As Martin down the middle of the field, knocked away by Alex Parker. Dropping back in zone coverage, putting his big old mitt up there and knocking it down.
Parker's still trying to make a name for himself here in this game as he gives the extra effort. And we'll get a big paw on that one. Stops the clock with 1:15 to go in the game.
3rd and 4. From the 43 of Sioux Falls. Martin will go over the middle, dropped by 2 receivers. Ricardo Miller was the last one who touched it. The first one who touched it was Danny Knight, number 84. 4th and 4. No playing cute this time. You got to go for it. Corey Jones at the top of the screen all by himself. He's been awfully quiet. Only 20 yards. And they go that way to Jones, and he gets out of bounds with 1:06 to go.
Not bad. Sioux Falls lines up 3 on the D line. Sends a 4th man on a delayed blitz that gets picked up nicely. Martin hits him for the completion.
First and 10 with 1:06 to go from 32. They need 6 points to make it at least respectable. As Robinson with a one-handed catch goes out of bounds after a pickup of 9.
Ooh.
He must have been working with Fred Astaire because that was quite some fancy feet.
There goes tippy toe. Almost picks up the first, but stops the clock. Tulsa's offense can continue working out the kinks.
Robinson on the carry. He gets to the 16. I don't know how smart that was, but he picked up the first down.
As we go under 1 minute.
Everybody gets set. Will Martin spikes the ball, but he wasted, I don't know, about 20 seconds or so.
Wow. Speaking of the kinks, there's a Dynamite Live version of Ray Davies with the Smithereens doing You Really Got Me. If you don't know who the Beatles are, you don't know who the Kinks are either.
Welcome in Josh Miller to the chat. As that inexplicably goes out to Robinson.
I think they're trying to catch him on that inside screen and maybe he can break free.
Everybody set quickly now. 3rd and 10. Martin to the end zone.
Oh!
Godspeed dropped the ball.
Was that tip?
That's been a kind of day for Andre.
I don't know, it might have been deflected. Let's see if we get a replay on that.
He was looking at his hand.
Anybody see that in the crowd? That's what I thought.
Tight coverage there.
I'm going to go with Nyberg.
This time to go a bunch to the top of the screen.
Nobody would ever guess I'm half Swedish.
Martin ducks.
There we go.
Throws. Pushes short of first down. Short of first down, and that's officially the game.
No, it's an incomplete clock stop.
And he turned it over on downs. Looks like Bush caught the ball, but
not the line.
But he was rocked.
My mistake.
Into next week.
God. I'm told to sit down with one hand.
Looks like we'll just get one play to run out the rest of this clock. Here's the give to Colin Hart, and Hart looking for it. There goes Hart.
It's a foot race.
Foot race.
Oh, 99, come on. Get out of the way.
Giving chance to Hart scores on the final play of the game. Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my.
The rookie with a remarkable debut.
Instead of taking the knee, they take it to the house. Are you kidding me?
That's got to be the play of the game. He outran two of the best defenders, both Pro Bowlers, Ball and Real.
Sioux Falls making a statement.
Since that was from the 7, how long do you think that was?
I'm going to say 93.
So he goes the distance, and with that,
wow.
The final score, Sioux Falls 35, Tulsa 13.
Wow. And that's your ball game, Colin. Who do you like as players in this one?
I really thought Colin Hart had a coming out party. Over 200 yards for him. Look at that, 500 total yards of offense for Sioux Falls. And for Tulsa, the turnovers were too much to take, even though the time of possession in their favor.
Yeah, you do the math on that, the production versus the time of possession, and Sioux Falls became very productive with the ball. That opening start to the third quarter did it.
266 yards for Julian Tyree. Andrew Wheeler had a couple of field goals. Nyberg got a pick. And so the rookies from Sioux Falls all contributed in a major way.
Yep, I like Nyberg, and if you're Mike Martin, you gotta figure this out. And they'll go back and look at the film. I don't know if it was line play or route running or what happened, but it was not the Mike Martin we're used to seeing.
Yeah, it's definitely not, and he looks to bounce back next week, although he did have some good moments with Stephen Bush and in particular, but other people besides Bush have to really be involved in this passing game in order for it to work effectively.
Well, as you look at the Sparrows, and I think they've been very happy with their draft with Charlie Ball.
With Colin Hart.
Colin Hart, I'm sorry. Yeah, Colin Hart.
And Nyberg and Ringgold, and
unbelievable.
Even Hearn had a couple of catches today.
Well, for a team that is looking to make that final step into the championship game, this is an auspicious start, especially the second half.
Yeah, it is indeed, and really, if it's Tulsa, you can take what you learned from it, and hopefully you can regroup next week and come out with the W. So from everybody here at the SFL Convention, for Jason Williams on staff, I'm Colin Northrup. He's Rick Northrup.
Good afternoon.
Thanks and have a great day, and we'll see you next week.